Quick question. Have you ever thought you had a life figured out and then one random Tuesday you realize no, you're just vibing and hoping for the best? Yeah, same. Honestly, our 20s can feel like riding a bicycle that's on fire, and we are trying to read the manual while paddling. But you know what can actually make your ride smoother? And yes, books, the right ones. The right ones. A book can change your life and gives you a life purpose or clear the mist of doubts. Today I'm sharing with you 7 books you must read before 25. Books that won't just sit pretty on your shelf but will seriously level you up. Hey pretty readers, welcome back to Read Rivers, your cozy little world where every page you turn feels like an adventure. I'm Shivangi, your personal narrator in this beautiful world of stories. So let's dive into something really special. The books you must read before you turn 25. And the right books can truly shape the way you see the world. Love, pain, dreams, and everything. So, if you are ready to add some life changing titles to your reading list, let's get started. So, here's our first book Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Now, imagine a world where everything is controlled your job, your emotions, even your relationships, all in the name of happiness. Sounds peaceful, right? Spoiler, it's not. Who likes to be controlled? Brave New World forces you to question what really means to be free and whether comfort is worth giving up your individuality. Reading this before 25 shakes up your mindset so you don't just blindly accept the normal life everyone expects you to live. Here's our second book, The Great Gatsby by Francis Scott Fitzgerald. Okay. At first glance, The Great Gatsby looks like it's all about champagne, towers, and flashy parties, but underneath all the glitter is heartbreaking story about a chasing dreams that might never exist. Fitzgerald beautifully captures how ambitions and hope can sometimes blind us to reality. Reading this will help you understand the bittersweet side of ambition and chasing the right why chasing the wrong dreams can leave you feeling empty. Before 25, life before 25 it's important, it's super important to recognize what you're chasing and why. Every day when you wake up, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Or is it worth it? It helps set up clear goals. Sometimes it's important to ask questions to yourself because that will lead you to answer. Here's our third book, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, justice, courage, compassion. To Kill a Mockingbird hits these heavy topics, but through the innocent and sharp eyes of Scout Finch, narrator of this story, a kid who's just trying to figure out a messy world. It shows how unfair a life can be, but also how much power one person's quiet strength can have. This classic teaches about justice, empathy, and standing up against the prejudice lessons that are timeless and necessary. It's a book that strengthens your moral compass, something that every young adult should build early. Key lesson and themes of this novel is empathy and understanding, standing up for justice, the destructive nature of prejudice, moral courage and integrity, and the loss of innocence. And there's one thing I like about this novel and learn from this novel, and I know you will learn the same thing that I learned from this novel is that don't judge people based on looks. Take time to get to know people, and we should never judge anyone only on the basis of what others say about them. There's always two perspectives of things. Wait and see before making any verdict. This book teaches you early that standing up for what's right might not be popular, but it's worth it. Book number fourth, The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Words. They can destroy, but they can also save. The Book Thief is a powerful story about a little girl finding hope, friendship, and courage in the darkest moments of history. The book, the book thief is narrated by death. Yes, itself. This book narrated by death itself and set in Nazi Germany during World War II. This book reminds you that even in the impossible times, human connection matters. It reminds you how courage, hope, and storytelling can keep humanity alive, even when the world around you is falling apart. It it makes you treasure small moments, a lesson you definitely don't want to miss before stepping fully into adulthood. Here's our book number fifth, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Okay, if you think your life is little restricted right now, wait till you step into The Handmaid's Tale. Margaret Atwood's terrifying vision of world where women are controlled shows you exactly why we must protect our freedoms. Basically, the novels looks at how women feel stuck and powerless in a male-run world, a patriarchal society. It shows how they lose control over their own lives and clothes including including when it comes to having a children. It also explains the different ways women push back and fight to be their own person and living more freely. Ignoring isn't the same as ignorance. You have to work at it. This line in the novel forces us to think so deeply that it lets us see how willful our own blindness truly is. This book this book hits differently when you're young. It plants a fierce little rebel inside you who refuses to give up their voice. So here's our sixth book, Beloved by Toni Morrison. Beloved isn't just a novel, it's an emotional experience. It tells the story of a Sith, a woman by haunted by her past memories, her memories and deep generational trauma. Toni Morrison's writing is so beautiful and haunting that it remains in your mind long after you close the book. Learning about pain, forgiveness, and survival through Seth's story builds the kind of emotional depth that's priceless to carry into your adult life. And it's set in the post slavery era. Beloved is a trilogy. If you like this one, if you can read other two as well. uh, the first one is Jazz and the second one is Paradise. It's a trilogy but loosely connected to each other. The stories of each book is separately and largely independent. The book connected by its themes of love, memory, and the search for identity, especially describing the black people's experience. Sorry, my specs creating a little bit issue, so I just take it off. Okay, here's our last book. Last but not the least, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, it's time to meet Holden Caulfield, the original Nobody Gets Me teenager. Now, this one is a classic, but not the kind that can put you into deep sleep. Holden Caulfield is a king of a teenager's anxiety and overthinking. This book doesn't just tell a story, it gets inside your head. If you ever felt like you don't fit in it, like the world is full of phonies, or you are just floating yourself through life unsure of what next comes, Holden's your guy. A little bit messy, raw, and so real it almost feels uncomfortable. And maybe that's why it sticks with you. It's not just a coming age of novel, it's a soul check for anyone trying to figure out who they are. Definitely a must read before 25 when your own version of identity crisis hits hard. Literally hard, I know. Through Holden's messy emotional ride through New York, you get a brutally honest look at what growing up feels like. Confusing, isolating, but also weirdly funny. If you ever felt lost, frustrated, or just done with the people, this book will feel like a late night conversation with a brutally honest friend. So, there you go. Seven books you seriously need to read before you hit 25. Trust me, this book aren't just for some bookworms or who are going to turn 25. They are for anyone trying to figure out life, love, freedom, pain, and dreams. Which one sounds the most exciting to you? Please tell me below in the comment section. And hey, if you want more cozy, crazy book talks like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Treat Rivers, and ring the bell icon. Until next time, and let me know what extra I can create for you. I love doing this, and it will be great if you appreciate and let me know what you want. That'll be great. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep reading. And reverse the world of reading with the read Bye bye, pretty readers.